because sometimes our bodies need metaphors, not reasons. A lonely pigeon flew into my chest. The heart is a nest, genetic, abnormal, so what? I wear the trauma, the big heart, extra cartilage, it's only a muscle. When I breathe, wings beat inside me. I'm going to start that over. A lonely pigeon flew into my chest. The heart is a nest, genetic, abnormal, so what? I wear the trauma, the big heart, extra cartilage, it's only a muscle. When I breathe, wings beat inside me, a cartridge, a container, a clip, but tell me what fills it. Time, the king of internal beating. However useless the body is, knock knock sternum bone, time will take it away. I am hiding a pigeon, knock a little in the body, where we harbor our birds. Because sometimes our bodies must serve others. On one of television's many talent show style programs, I once saw a boy whose sternum caved inward. His chest, the opposite of mine, looked like a moon crater. And if I had seen this at an age where I needed nothing further than my own explanation, I would have believed a baseball had been pitched square at his torso, denting his sternum permanently. After the commercial break, the boy's brother poured cereal, then milk, into the boy's chest, took out a spoon, and ate breakfast. This boy, lying on the studio floor, giving his brother milk, had he transformed into a mother during a network's primetime slot? No, he is only a boy lying naked and vulnerable on a studio floor under a light, quiet. This is his talent. As Roland Barthes says, my desire is to be both pathetic and admirable. Because sometimes our bodies are their own brittle saviors. My father's father was also born with a pigeon chest, but I never knew him. He died one afternoon at a blackjack table in Atlantic City. Smoking a cigar and drinking Beefeater gin, he was 49 years old when his heart attacked him. When he fell to the casino floor, I want to know if he fell chest first, frontwards, not backwards. Like in the movies, clutching at his breast, anyone bothered to count his chips? I want to know if his protruding chest broke his fall. Was he winning or losing? Who else had his heart attacked? Had he attacked the heart of my father? My father never mentions him. Because sometimes our bodies will feel betrayed by others. I saw another boy with a moon crater chest one summer at the community pool. He was diving in and out of the deep end wearing red shorts. We must have been the same age, but I had never met him, nor knew his name. I remember thinking that if he and I lie down on top of one another in a lounge chair, our chests would fit perfectly together. This was before I knew that sex, in its most primitive and basic form, was placing your body into someone else's, or someone else's body into your own. When I saw him again later that summer, he had a thick scar across his chest. His sternum now resembled all the other boys' sternums. Had he received the operation after somehow knowing my fantasy? The rest of the summer, I wore a t-shirt in and around the pool. Because sometimes our bodies sometimes bruise other bodies. We had to stop. She said, "Get off me." It was afternoon and her windows were open. Often during sex, depending on the position, my sternum beat into her chest, causing Katie to bruise. Her eyes went cold water. "Get off me," she said. "You are hurting me." Any distance between my body and her body felt like waiting for another afternoon. For her roommates to leave the house, for the same open windows, wading through the cold water in her eyes for her white skin. You are always too quick, too impetuous with your touch. Slow down. And then the beating. My chest onto hers, onto hers, onto her chest. Then one day came the black bruise. And if I say I stood up, stared through the open windows over New York, that the protruding buildings reflected something about my condition as they punctured the skyline, then I lie. Night was coming, because night is always coming, and night is the one bruise we live on, we breathe in, onto her chest, and what about Katie? This is my problem. What about Katie? What about our bodies that sometimes bruise other bodies? That's it, thanks.